Hey everyone, are you ready for some adrenaline-pumping action? Today, we're diving into the world of thrilling movies on Netflix, Amazon Prime, and HBO Max. Get ready for explosions, fight scenes, and high-stakes chases because we're unveiling the top 10 best action movies you can stream right now. Number 10, Man of Steel. Man of Steel is a superhero film directed by Zack Snyder. The movie explores the origin story of Superman, also known as Kal-El, from the planet Krypton. Here are key plot details. Krypton's destruction. The film begins with the impending destruction of Krypton, forcing scientist Jor-El to send his newborn son Kal-El to Earth to save him. Earth upbringing. Kal-El is discovered and adopted by Jonathan and Martha Kent in Smallville, Kansas. As he grows, Kal-El, now named Clark Kent, discovers his superhuman abilities. Discovery of Kryptonian heritage. Clark learns about his extraterrestrial origin and the purpose behind his arrival on Earth through a Kryptonian ship buried in the Arctic. General Zod's threat. General Zod, a fellow Kryptonian, arrives on Earth seeking the codex that contains the genetic information of all Kryptonians. Zod intends to use the codex to rebuild Krypton on Earth, regardless of the consequences for humanity. Battle for Earth. A climactic battle ensues between Superman and General Zod, causing widespread destruction. Superman ultimately defeats Zod but faces the moral dilemma of taking a life to save others. Establishing Superman's role. The film sets the stage for Superman's role as Earth's protector and his integration into human society. Man of Steel revitalizes the Superman franchise with a more contemporary and action-oriented approach, featuring impressive visual effects and a compelling narrative. The film was a critical and commercial success, grossing over $668 million worldwide. It was praised for its visuals, action sequences, and Cavill's performance as Superman. Number 9. Blade Runner 2049. Director Denis Villeneuve. Starring Ryan Gosling, Harrison Ford, Ana de Armas, Jared Leto. Blade Runner 2049 is a sci-fi film directed by Denis Villeneuve. Set in a dystopian future, the plot revolves around Officer K, a replicant Blade Runner, who unearths a long-buried secret that has the potential to plunge society into chaos. During his investigation, K discovers ties to Rick Deckard, a former Blade Runner missing for 30 years. The film delves into themes of identity, humanity, and the consequences of playing with the boundaries between artificial intelligence and humans. The visually stunning cinematography and a gripping narrative contribute to the film's critical acclaim. Critical reception. The film received critical acclaim for its visuals, direction, acting, and score, but was criticized by some for its slow pace and ambiguous ending. Box office. The film grossed $259 million worldwide against a budget of $150 million. Number 8 to 6 Underground. 6 Underground is an action film directed by Michael Bay and released on Netflix. The plot follows a billionaire, played by Ryan Reynolds, who fakes his death to form a vigilante squad. The team, known as Ghost, consists of individuals with unique skills, and they aim to take down criminals and corrupt regimes without any ties to the government. The film is characterized by Michael Bay's signature style, featuring intense action sequences, explosions, and high-stakes missions. The narrative unfolds as the team executes covert operations to eliminate notorious criminals and make the world a better place. 6 Underground offers a blend of fast-paced action, humor, and visually stunning set pieces, making it a typical Michael Bay blockbuster. Style. The film is known for its fast-paced action sequences, over-the-top stunts, and dark humor. Reception. 6 Underground received mixed reviews from critics, who praised the action sequences but criticized the plot and characters. However, it was a commercial success, becoming one of Netflix's most watched films of all time. Number 7. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Set 10 years after the events of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes follows Caesar, a chimpanzee who has led his fellow apes to establish a thriving community in the redwood forests. Meanwhile, a group of human survivors living in San Francisco struggle to rebuild their society after a devastating virus has wiped out most of humanity. When the apes and humans accidentally cross paths, a fragile peace is established. However, tensions soon rise as both sides become increasingly distrustful of each other. Caesar struggles to maintain control over his growing ape community while also trying to avoid conflict with the humans. As tensions escalate, a series of events lead to a violent confrontation between the apes and humans. Caesar must decide whether to lead his people to war or find a way to coexist with the remaining humans. Director Matt Reeves. Cast: Andy Serkis, Jason Clarke, Gary Oldman, Kerry Russell, Toby Kebbell. Genre: sci-fi, action, drama. Number 6. From Dusk Till Dawn. From Dusk Till Dawn is a film directed by Robert Rodriguez and written by Quentin Tarantino. The plot follows two criminal brothers, Seth and Richie Gecko, who, while fleeing law enforcement, kidnap a family and seek refuge in a remote truck stop. Unbeknownst to them, the truck stop is infested with vampires, leading to a chaotic and violent showdown between the criminals, hostages, and bloodthirsty creatures of the night. The film seamlessly transitions from a crime thriller to a horror action flick, offering a unique and genre-blending experience. Key details: Director Robert Rodriguez, Writer Quentin Tarantino, Release year 1996, Main cast: George Clooney as Seth Gecko, Quentin Tarantino as Richie Gecko, Harvey Keitel as Jacob Fuller, Juliette Lewis as Kate Fuller. Genre: action, crime, horror. Number 5, Man on Fire. Man on Fire is a crime thriller directed by Tony Scott, based on the 1980 novel of the same name by A.J. Quinnell. The film follows the story of John Creasy, a former CIA operative portrayed by Denzel Washington, who is hired as a bodyguard for a young girl named Peter Ramos in Mexico City. Initially, Creasy is a burnt-out and alcoholic man, but he forms a strong bond with Peta. Tragically, Peta is kidnapped, and despite Creasy's attempts to rescue her, he is unable to prevent her death. Fueled by grief and rage, Creasy embarks on a relentless mission to track down those responsible for Peta's kidnapping and seek vengeance. The film explores themes of redemption, justice, and the consequences of violence. Creasy's quest for retribution is intense and unfolds in a gritty and suspenseful narrative. Director Tony Scott. Release year 2004. Main cast: Denzel Washington as John Creasy, Dakota Fanning as Peter Ramos, Christopher Walken as Rayburn. Critical acclaim. Man on Fire received praise for its gripping storyline, Denzel Washington's compelling performance, and Tony Scott's direction. Number 4, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a superhero film directed by Patty Jenkins, part of the DC Extended Universe. The story is set during World War I and follows Diana Prince, portrayed by Gal Gadot, who is also known as Wonder Woman. Diana, an Amazonian princess, grows up on the hidden island of Themyscira, home to the powerful Amazonian women. When a pilot, Steve Trevor, crashes near Themyscira and tells of the conflict raging in the outside world, Diana believes it's her destiny to help bring an end to the war. Convinced that the god of war, Ares, is behind the conflict, she leaves her home to join Steve in his mission. As Wonder Woman ventures into the human world, she discovers the complexities of war, the darkness within humanity, and her own extraordinary abilities. The film explores themes of heroism, sacrifice, and the power of love. Key details: Director Patty Jenkins. Main cast: Gal Gadot as Diana Prince, Wonder Woman, Chris Pine as Steve Trevor, Robin Wright as Antiope. Critical acclaim. Wonder Woman received praise for its empowering portrayal of the titular character, engaging storyline, and Jenkins' direction. Gal Gadot's performance was particularly lauded. Baytown Outlaws is an action comedy film directed by Barry Battles. The story revolves around three Alabama brothers with a penchant for trouble. The trio, Brick, Lincoln, and McQueen Udi, work as vigilantes for a local mob boss named Celeste Martin. When Celeste Scottson is kidnapped by a violent drug lord, she hires the Udi brothers to rescue him. As the brothers embark on the mission, they find themselves in a chaotic and action-packed journey. The situation becomes increasingly complicated as they encounter a variety of eccentric characters, including law enforcement, bikers, and mercenaries. The film combines elements of comedy, crime, and action as the Udi brothers navigate through the criminal underworld to fulfill their assignment. Director Barry Battles. Release year 2012. Main cast: Blaine Crawford as Brick Udi, Travis Fimmel as McQueen Udi, Daniel Cudmore as Lincoln Udi, Eva Longoria as Celeste Martin. Genre: action, comedy, crime. Critical reception. The Baytown Outlaws received mixed reviews, with praise for its action sequences and humor, but criticism for its plot and character development. Number 2, The Meg. Director John Turteltaub. Main cast: Jason Statham as Jonas Taylor, Lai Bingbing as Cyan Zhang, Rainn Wilson as Jack Morris. The Meg is a science fiction action thriller film directed by John Turteltaub. The story revolves around a deep-sea rescue diver, Jonas Taylor, played by Jason Statham, who is recruited to rescue a team of scientists trapped in a submersible at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. During the rescue mission, they encounter a massive prehistoric shark known as the Megalodon, believed to be extinct. As the enormous creature is unleashed, Jonas and the team must confront the dangers of the deep sea and devise a plan to stop the Megalodon from wreaking havoc on the surface. The film combines suspense, action, and underwater thrills as the characters face the challenge of dealing with a creature thought to be extinct for millions of years. Number 1. Violent Night. On Christmas Eve, Santa Claus is feeling disillusioned by the growing lack of Christmas spirit in the world. While delivering presents on his annual sleigh ride, he stumbles upon a wealthy family compound under siege by a group of mercenaries. Led by the ruthless Scrooge, the mercenaries take the family hostage and demand a hefty ransom. However, they haven't counted on Santa Claus being more than just a jolly gift giver. He uses his unexpected skills and knowledge of the house to take down the criminals one by one, protecting the hostages and rediscovering the true meaning of Christmas along the way. Genre: action, comedy, Christmas. Director: Tommy Wirkola. Writers: Pat Casey, Josh Miller. Cast: David Harbour, John Leguizamo, Beverly D'Angelo, Alex Hassel, Alexis Louder, Eddie Patterson. Release date: December 2nd, 2022. So, grab your popcorn and get ready for an action-packed ride. We'll delve into each movie's plot, highlight its best action sequences, and discuss what makes it a must-watch for any action movie fan. Remember to like and subscribe for more content like this, and let us know in the comments below which action movie you're most excited to see on the list.